Welcome to Riper.io channel. Today we're going to be discussing what is a NFT utility. My name is Aaron Quiros. This is Lesson Alvarez, and let's start it off. How you doing, Lesson?
I'm doing pretty good, Aaron. How are you?
I'm great, man. Thanks for asking. So let's start it off, man. Can you tell me about what an NFT utility is?
Yeah, sure. I definitely can. So when I think about an NFT, what I think is it's not just a regular JPEG that you see on the internet. A lot of people who don't truly understand NFTs seem to think that it's just an image they're buying. But essentially, they're actually buying the token because NFTs are a type of token stored on the blockchain. So the image part is stored on a central server somewhere else, but the hash function, the line of code, that's all stored on the blockchain. So when you think about utility, it goes beyond than just a unique hash function that's saying, oh, this is a one-to-one type of situation. So for example, a lot of projects, they like to stake their tokens. So essentially what you're doing when you're staking is you're providing the token ID and the token to the smart contract. So that's locked up. And then the miners, so the validators on the blockchain is essentially using those tokens to write the next block on the blockchain. So then if your tokens gets picked to write the next blockchain, you get rewarded with some tokens. And that's essentially, then you get rewarded with the token and you get paid essentially. So that is some type of utility. Another utility would be concert tickets, movie tickets. So for example, let's say you want to go watch a movie and it's a very exclusive movie and the movie theater says, hey, we're dishing out a lifetime supply of movie tickets. So if you buy this movie ticket, then you get certain perks at the movie theater in real life, right? So then the movie theater will be able to validate you own that NFT or the movie ticket itself. And then you will be given all this utility per se, right? With top of the actual NFT.
So in essence, NFT utility can be online or in real life, because
Yes.
I think that people view it only one single way. I don't think they see the real life utilities just yet. And there are things that we know that in the future, coming very shortly, we will be sharing some in real life utilities with Riper specifically. And I'm very excited to share that with you guys once it's available. Yeah, so, you talked about movie tickets, you talked about, being able to have the ability to use this on the outside. Let's talk about in the future, because currently some of those are already now. What do you see NFT utilities in the future?
Yeah. So in the future, this is what I think that would be a huge thing for a lot of people. So we currently have two major financial markets right now. We have the traditional finance, like the stock market, banking industry, all of those. And then now we have a new wave of financial system, cryptocurrency, right? Cryptocurrency allows even people with $1 in their bank account to start investing today. Versus with the traditional finance, you would need a certain amount of capital to start investing. So where I'm going with this is in the future, NFTs will have something called fractionalization. So an example would be, let's say, a house or an asset that's very valuable. So let's say you can't afford a property, but you still want to get into real estate investing, but you can't afford the entire property. Then we can put fraction of the house onto an NFT, and then people would be able to come and buy pieces of that real estate. So as the real estate increases, the value of the asset increases as well. Same with, let's say, a limited edition Lamborghini, right? Only one person can buy that. Lamborghini can say, hey, we have this crazy limited edition Lamborghini. We're dishing it out as an NFT. You fractionalizing it so you can actually own portions of the car. So if someone actually wants to buy the entire car, they will have to buy every piece of the car, and that may cost a lot of money, right? That's where I see the future of NFTs, and it's just going to be integrated to everyday life, everyone. Just like when Bitcoin was brand new, right? What was the future of Bitcoin? No one really understood what Bitcoin was. Now, more and more people are gradually, coming onto the idea. Same with the internet back in the early 2000s. Not a lot of people knew, or everybody thought, oh, it's just another phase, it's just going to phase out. But look how much things came from the internet, right? Everything's online businesses, social media, huge, huge thing that came out of the internet. So that's where I see the future of NFTs going.
It's funny you mentioned that. So, in essence, do you think this could be applied to like not Airbnbs per se, but there's things where you can share your time at a specific condo, let's say at Disney World. Do you think that could be applied into that, right? So like I purchase, X amount of this condo in Disney World, and I get it for 2 weeks, and so on and so forth. Do you think that it could be used that way?
I think so to an extent. But where I do see it kind of being a little difficult is since NFTs are an asset that's traded, so it's treated as a financial asset and not a fungible asset where it's easily tradable back and forth. So it can be difficult because how do we really prove that you own this piece of NFT? But I do see it working, but it will have to be something written in the smart contract where you have to hold it. If it's a timeshare, it'll have to be held for a certain amount of time, so it's locked in. And after your period of time is up, then maybe you can go into the marketplace and trade it, right? And if a new buyer buys it, maybe lock it up so they can use their allotted time, or trade it on the marketplace. And then let's say you want to go to Disney World, then you would have to lock up the NFT in the smart contract, and then you would use it for your allotted time, essentially. And
Right.
once your allotted time is up, then you can trade it again.
Right. And I think that in the future, as we move forward and smart contracts become, let's say, even smarter, I think that will be something very, very attainable. And I guess the future will tell, specifically in regards to, timeshares. And maybe we can name it something else because they already have their own thing. But
Yeah.
I think it's a really, really possible idea to come into effect with just NFT utilities as a whole. It's so amazing the possibilities that the future holds with NFT utilities. I don't think people realize it per se. Yeah, let me ask you one more question today. Now this is a good one. All right. Do you think NFTs will be a fad, the utilities part of it, or do you think it has some long-term sustainability?
Yeah. So, like I was saying earlier, I don't think NFTs will be a fad. The reason why I say this is because NFT encompasses cryptocurrency, and NFTs are just a subsection of cryptocurrency as a whole. So for NFT to be a fad, cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of these things will have to just all of a sudden disappear. There's so much development on a lot of these blockchains, especially Ethereum with the smart contracts, right? And all of these other ones like Solana. There's so much development happening. It's really hard for something like this to just phase out. Long-term sustainability. A huge example right now would be the gaming industry. So there's a lot of gaming NFT projects that are coming out right now. And especially when these AAA games, just like, for example, Grand Theft Auto, when they, way in the future, when NFTs and coins and all of these other things become a thing, then you would actually be able to grind in these AAA games and actually take those assets that you've acquired in game and actually use them outside and trade them for real money, essentially.
A good example of that, which happened already in the past, would be what's that shooter game? You could buy the knife. CS:GO. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
CS:GO, where you'd pick up those special knives and people would sell them for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And there's microtransactions that come into play with that as well, because there's the RNG factor per se, right? So yeah, I could really see all of that connecting. And yes, you're right. If it's already happened in the past and it's continuing now, it's safe to say that sustainability will be a very, very long-term thing coming with NFT utilities. Well, thanks for taking the time to answer these questions today, Lesson. We'll be seeing more of you. I know that very, very shortly. And if any of you inside of the YouTube comments, you want to leave us questions you have, things you want us to cover, please let us know, and we'll do our best to create some more valuable content for you. For that, I'm Aaron Kuros, Celestin Alvarez, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Securing the future of food. To learn more, visit us at riper.io.